Rob Patterson, and welcome to Local News at 10. In tonight's top story, a study aimed at examining the relationship between perceived coaching behaviors, the coping strategies during a sport competition, and sport achievement. This study was conducted on 80 athletes ranging in age from 15 to 33, coming from a variety of competitive levels. Results may be shocking. It was found that supportive coaching was a positive predictor of task-oriented coping strategies and sport achievement, whereas unsupportive coaching was a positive predictor of disengagement-oriented coping strategies. You may be wondering, what are these two types of coping strategies? Task versus disengagement-oriented coping. What's the difference? Well, it's proven that athletes exposed to supportive coaching behavior are more likely to use task-oriented coping strategies in which they tend to rationalize thoughts and reflect upon strengths and weaknesses of their own performance, while being relaxed and prepared to seek support and resume competition. On the other hand, unsupportive coaching behavior is likely to lead to athletes using disengagement-oriented coping strategies in which they disengage or withdraw from performance and tend to blame failure on external factors or express themselves in negative ways, verbally or physically. If you take a look at the video here, you can clearly see a college basketball team and their coach running through practice, running through a few drills, and it's clear to see he's got some pretty unsupportive coaching styles going on here, pushing the players, grabbing their jerseys, tugging on them, clearly verbal abuse. You can see him pushing the players around the court, throwing basketballs at them. I mean, I don't know how these players are standing up to this kind of behavior. You can see here he throws a ball right at the player's head. That's just, it's disturbing almost. This type of coaching behavior would surely result in the athletes adopting disengagement-oriented coping strategies. And it's this type of coaching behavior that can lead to low motivation levels, low self-confidence, and ultimately poor performance in sport. Now on the flip side, here's a second video clip showing a much more supportive style of coaching. Let's take a look.
All right, you guys ready to have some fun today? Let's cut loose. Let's go. Execute. Execute on three. 1, 2, 3. Execute. Here we go. Sack right there. All right, respond. How are you talking to yourself right now? How are you talking to yourself right now? Get the signal. Slow down your mind. Talk to yourself the right way, and let's go execute. What are you learning right now about how you're talking to yourself?
You gotta stay positive.
Yeah, right? Right? And is that easy? No, not at all. So if there's anything you learn from today, not necessarily where I'm going to be down the road, but how am I going to get there? And the one thing is the way I'm going to talk to myself better.
We can see in this video a much calmer, more positive coaching approach with emphasis on staying positive and self-evaluation in sport competition. This is the style of coaching that would build task-oriented coping strategies within athletes and lead to a more positive environment, which likely leads to higher success. It can be said that supportive coaching will increase sport achievement because it correlates with athletes' task-oriented coping, which in turn will positively correlate with their level of sport achievement. Conversely, unsupportive coaching is expected to correlate with athletes' disengagement-oriented coping, which in turn could negatively correlate with their level of sport achievement. A segment from the article reads, supportive coaching can play a positive role in providing guidance in the goal-striving process and nurturing the development of athletic and mental skills. That more or less wraps it all up right there. If you want to see peak performance and high levels of sport achievement in your athletes as a coach, rely on supportive coaching strategies aimed to encourage, motivate, positively reinforce, and build task-oriented coping strategies within your players. That's all for us here at Local News at 10. Stay classy, Windsor.